Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what it is. It's the world's most dangerous podcast.
Dope Dealers Podcast.
It's going down. It's your man Jamal Doman at Jamal Doman, JamalDoman.
At Tobe Hixx, TOBEHIXX.
Episode 64, we in effect, live in effect. You know what it is.
Oh, like a 6'4" Impala.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. We here. What's up, Tobe Hixx, man? Dope independent music. Starting out the show. That's a new person, man.
Who is that?
That is the homie. His name is Your Friend Stark. Your Friend Stark. And that's
How
the
you
song.
spell that?
Your friend,
Yeah,
like
just
your
like it
friend,
sound?
just like it sounds. Stark.
Okay.
Stark. I don't know if it's Stark from the Game of Thrones Starks, but he's an artist from the Bronx, New York, man. And that's from that's called Freak. That's off his mixtape called Ken Drippy Jr., releasing on June 14th, man.
Not Ken Drippy Jr.
Ken Drippy.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice, man.
That's the
Shout
mixtape.
out.
So
Yeah,
shout out
right
to your friend Stark. Oh, man, thank you for sending us your music, man.
That's a hell of
That's
a
how
name
we do
for
it.
a mixtape right there. I
Yeah,
like that.
Ken Drippy Jr. When that mixtape
like
come out,
that.
man, send it to us or you know, we can download it, man. We'll play the songs from it, man. Maybe have you on here, man. Shout out to any independent music, any independent artists out there. You know how we do. Just send us some music and we will play it. We will open and close the show up with it. You know how we do, man.
Dope Dealers Podcast.
Yeah, shout out to the military. You know how
Army,
we do.
Navy, Air Force, Marines, the Coast Guard, the National Guard, the Bloods, and the Crips.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. What's up, Tobe Hixx? How you feeling, man?
Oh, man, it's another great day. It's 64 like an Impala, so it's beautiful here on Dope Dealers Podcast.
Shout out to everybody listening to last week's episode, man. We getting a lot of buzz from last week's episode. That was the Pop Locking episode, Pop Locking Forever, Pop Locking Love, I think it was.
Hey, and you know what, man? It's funny, because what baffles me about people is like, it ceases to amaze me that no matter what or what's going on, somebody could say something or find something. But I was just tripping off when we posted the brother Pop Locking. Out of all the people that put compliments, whatever, somebody said the dude Pop Locking at the funeral was better. I'm like, motherfucker, that's what you doing right now. You sitting around watching.
What?
Okay, picture everybody was, they was making positive comments.
Yeah,
they dug the Pop Locking.
Mm-hmm.
They dug the episode. They dug the fact of what the brothers, the history they explained to them and the shit they learned.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just one motherfucker who just said, oh, the YouTube video. His exact words was this: that YouTube video of the guy Pop Locking at the funeral was better. It's like, motherfucker, well then just watch that then.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
they lucky I ain't see that. I would have cussed them out.
But what I'm saying is, man, I don't just sit up and I'm not going to look at one thing and then compare it to another and then post some shit just to make one situation,
that has nothing
enjoy
to do.
them both or don't enjoy them or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I just don't, this social media shit got motherfuckers just really comfortable in what they saying.
Shout out happy Ramadan to all my Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. It started yesterday, so get them blessings. I know you're hungry. I am too. 7:50 we can eat tonight, so on the West Coast, LA time. I'm sure the East Coast y'all already ate. So shout out to everybody around the world, man, listening. Happy Ramadan, and hopefully this next 30 days will go quickly. Shout out to everybody at Quake's house yesterday. I was on my brother Earthquake, the legend. I was blessed to be on his show again, Quake's house. So shout out to everybody. I was with Franchise. Howie Bell was on it too. So we had a great time.
Cool.
Shout out to Earthquake. Everybody, Kevin Hart, everybody at the LOL network. I ran into Joey Wells. He was up there. J Dub. I was talking to him. He was there for something else, but I just happened to run into him. So shout out to everybody over at LOL Network, Sirius XM, and Quake's house. My brother Quake, man, his father passed away, so we send love to Quake, and he was talking about it. So definitely our prayers out to Earthquake, everything, and
his family,
and also our prayers is out to my good friend Dustin Felder. Dustin Felder is an actor, is also as a great acting coach. He's one of the known black acting coaches, like hot young brother doing his thing. He prepped Yaz for a lot of things, and also Jaden Jaden Smith. He prepped him for Karate Kid. That's what he mainly known from. He's Jaden Smith acting coach. But man, it's my North Philly brother too, man. And our grandmothers grew up with each other. That's how that we know each other, man. He's in the hospital, man. He went for surgery, then he got a staph infection, and they had to cut off some of his toes, but something else happened where they had to amputate his leg, man. So I know he went into surgery last night, man, and we're praying for you, Dustin Feld. And I'm like, I sent you a message as soon as you come out of surgery, I'm gonna come see you. He's at Kaiser Permanente, and a lot of people giving him love because everybody in the industry know him, man. He's just a good brother, man. So our love is to you, Dustin Felder, man. Our love, man, no doubt, man. Yeah, so Tobe Hixx, man. Yeah, I shouted everybody out. Yeah, Tobe Hixx. It's funny because we had a guest who was supposed to come, but things didn't work out. That happens a lot, you know. LA, so much stuff comes up. You know, he had an audition, but and so I was worried earlier today, like, what we gonna talk about, man? Like, what's gonna be our topic for today? Because we known for our topics, man. And then I go online, and that's the great thing about you go online and the internet is
there waiting on you.
Ayesha Curry. Yeah, has made our topic. Ayesha Curry. Anybody don't know? Ayesha Curry is married to NBA superstar Steph Curry. Stephon Curry. She's been in the news before for I'm not saying because she hasn't really acted a fool, but she's been in the news before for doing a little bit too much.
Yeah, just talking a
little too much. But yeah, this time she really talked a little bit too much. She was on Jada Pinkett's It's called Red Table Talk. You might like that show. That's your Red Table. It's not the Blue Table.
Yes, I definitely like the Red Table.
So she was on there, and she was just a guest, I guess, and she made some comments that got the internet.
Yeah, hold on. You got to paint that picture. She was a guest, and her mother-in-law, Miss Sonia
Stephen Curry's mother.
Yes, Mama Curry.
Mm-hmm. She was on there, and I think the show it's like a talk show. It's like The View.
But the deal about it is that it's a platform for women where they can be honest about anything. Mm-hmm. That's the purpose of it.
Yeah, and like I said, I've never watched the show. I guess it comes on Facebook, but I've heard a lot of buzz about it. And I think Jada's on there.
Episodes.
Yeah, Jada was on there with her mother and daughters. Yeah, they're like the guests. Yeah, Willow and Jada's mother. So Ayesha Curry was on there, and they was talk. One of the questions they asked her, how does she deal with Steph Curry, being an NBA superstar, obviously getting a lot of groupies and attention, and she answered honestly. She said, it's kind of tough with that. It's kind of tough, handling that.
Because of his personality too. He, he hate to be mean to anyone.
Yeah, and she was saying because he's real nice.
Yeah.
And a little background, and I didn't even know this. I just found this out when I was doing some research for the show.
I knew it.
They are high school sweethearts.
Yeah, I knew that.
I had no idea. Yeah. They are high school sweethearts. So they've been together since high school. So Steph Curry, he married his high school sweetheart, and that's a good thing, man. They had 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids, light-skinned babies, man. Beige babies. So anyway, but she added something to that answer. So I'm going to play this. Paul, I'm going to play it, and if they got it all queued up, so I'm going to play it and just listen to her answer, Tobe Hixx. This is kind of what she added to the about Steph Curry getting a lot of attention.
Something that really bothers me and honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that there are all these women throwing themselves. But me, the past 10 years, I don't have any of that. I have zero, this sounds weird, but male attention. And so then I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not looking. You're not even. But I'm gonna tell you something else too. When your radar's turned off, because I dealt with that for years too. And I was young, like you.
Yeah,
that's
oh my God.
fair. I mean,
because I don't want it, but it'd be nice to know that someone's looking.
But
that
when your radar's turned off, right? That can get real dangerous. Don't ever think for 1 minute that it ain't some men out there looking at you like I wish.
So so this. I kind of understand where she was coming from, but then I don't, because of course, no guys are giving you attention because you're married, and that's what men.
And they know your husband. They know who he is. I'm saying,
and that's what men. I was taught as a, I was taught as a man, you don't getting
Step
nothing.
somebody's
Once a
wife.
woman is married, she's
it.
like, it's like she's got a force field around her.
Yeah, that's it.
I got homies who are married and I know their wives, and it's it's respect.
Yeah,
Marriage is respectful, and that's how dudes supposed to do. In the same way with women. I mean, it's supposed to be if a dude is married, women supposed to be a force field around.
But it's okay to want to know that you still got it or whatever. I mean, men and women both have those type of feelings, but she just should have never said this shit out in public. And the thing about it is that, men are not saying nothing to her because they know she's married. They know who she's married to. And also, the man, when he thinks, if a man is going to holler at a married woman, most of the men that do those types of things, they have to know in their mind that they make more money than her husband.
Right.
Those are the men that do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then they know they make more money than the husband, and then they might try to holler at the woman. But okay, it ain't a whole bunch of motherfuckers that make more money than Steph.
Right.
So it would damn near have to be another nigga in the NBA.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would have to be KD or some real snake shit.
Somebody, it was a meme. Somebody put up a funny meme, said Derek Fisher rolling up to
shit.
Ayesha Curry's house. Like it was a dude.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck. I mean, it would have to be somebody like that. And then the thing about it is that, and then it's different with the women. The women are men look at it like, shit, I ain't got the money Steph got. I can't never approach this woman. But then women look at it different. They go, my pussy better than that bitch pussy, and I'm just going to try to throw it on him because he'll take me over her. That's their mentality.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pussy thing, and for the men, it's a dollar thing.
Right.
So it's more women. Every woman got a pussy and think they pussy better than the next bitches.
Mm.
Every woman.
Mm.
And so that's why they go after it, and that's why as men, we wouldn't go after no shit like that unless we know we got more money than our husband.
Mm.
We would have to be able to provide more. Other than that, what the fuck? You just come in with some dick?
Mm-hmm.
To break up a family? Like that shit, I mean, unless the bitch is no good at all.
I mean, what part of it's just it's just weird. I'm gonna read some I got some thoughts about it, but I'm gonna read some Twitter stuff, some Twitter comments. Here's one. I was 100% okay with Ayesha being insecure with women coming at Steph on a daily. But when she mentioned wanting attention as well is unacceptable. His is natural. She wants attention to feel better about herself. Mm-hmm. Nah, here's another one. Men don't have the same insecurity in a relationship that Ayesha does because women throw themselves at dudes in a relationship. Okay, all right. Here's another one. Ayesha is a moron. Yeah. There, I said it. Let me be married to the love of my life talking about I miss male attention. That's a woman.
Yeah, she been with him her whole life. The shit should be stronger. That shit should never come out. And she had the audacity to say it right next to the man's mama.
To the man's mama. Yeah.
That bitch lost her mind on that shit.
Here's another woman. I don't see anything wrong with what Ayesha Curry said. Sometimes you just want to know that you still have it without looking or being open to cheating. I get it. And she has kids back to back. She probably has a lot of insecurities. You think? You think?
Hey, well, you know what she got? She got about $300 million to help cure them motherfucking insecurities. Go to the mall.
It reminded me of that. Remember that Martin episode? I don't know if you remember Martin episode with, I think him and Gina was married or something. Or he took off his ring. Like, because it was the thing where, like, he just wanted to see if he still got it, you know what I mean? And he lost his ring, and then so it was just like, at the end, he had to tell him, baby, I just wanted to see if I still had it, you know what I mean? So, I understand it, but then I don't. All right, let's read some more.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, but that wasn't for the world to know.
Here's another female. I feel like I get what Ayesha was trying to say, but it sounded real airheadish when she said it. Mm-hmm, okay. Another female say, Ayesha just wants some new dick. That's all it is. She's at that point in her marriage. And I've seen a lot of this on a lot of people were saying kind of like, kind of saying.
Hey, if she hadn't thought about nobody else, she would have never made that statement.
Mm-hmm. Ayesha been, this is another female. Ayesha been a pick me for so long and love saying she doesn't get half naked on the internet. And now she's concerned that no man slides in her DMs. That's sad. So she said, Ayesha's been a pick-me, I guess a pick-me is a term, for so long, and love saying that she doesn't get half naked on the internet, and now she's concerned that no man slides in her DMs. That's sad. Another J-Dub says, J-Dub Too Smooth says, Ayesha Curry could just download Tinder if she just wants some attention. You know, Ayesha can't go on goddamn Tinder. Here's another. Pete C. Daddy Max said, the lesson to take from Ayesha Curry embarrassing herself, having a private conversation in public, is that the church sometimes steers you wrong. Yeah, and so that's what we were saying. This was something that should not have been said in public.
Nah, man, she should have never said that shit in public. It ain't nothing wrong with feeling like that. Men feel like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Any human being want to feel like, okay, if this didn't work out, I'd be cool. You know, somebody else would want me. Who the fuck wants to feel like nobody would want me?
And this is one of the last one. I'm for this. I got some more. Dougie DD21 says, a dude. He said, Ayesha Curry ain't even that. Oh, let me say that one more time. Ayesha Curry ain't even that cute, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, don't stop that.
I mean, no, but all bullshit aside, because I mean, we can go back to remember that championship series when that they had the girl was sitting on the side. Like, that was a bad bitch.
Yeah.
She looked way better than Ayesha. So I mean, and just think about the women that come at him. You know, I mean, and so, but he's a good dude. I mean, instead she's sitting there, she's saying he's a good man. He just tries to be nice, but whatever. She trusts him, whatever. But then she wants somebody looking at her.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, it ain't no fault for that. Let me tell you something. I know my grandmother wanted to fuck somebody else in her lifetime. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting there looking at Grandpa. He's sitting in that same fucking chair, wearing the same goddamn overalls. You think Grandma you think it wasn't somebody at her job that was sexy to her or some shit? It ain't nothing wrong with that, but you don't tell nobody that.
Somebody said postpartum is real. Hashtag Ayesha Curry. Here's everyone needs to read this. Ayesha Curry opened up on Red Table Talk about how her insecurities about groupies around her husband gives her so much anxiety she has to take medication.
Oh.
She's so concerned about losing her status with her husband that she lashes out at the demographic of women she sees as a threat to her marriage. Those hoes she tries to shit on have her so shook she has to medicate herself to deal. A lot of women are Ayesha. They're so male-identified and validated that they have to create these false standards of superiority so they can present themselves to men as better. Underneath, fire truck going to go put out Ayesha Curry's fire.
Dope Dealer Podcast.
Underneath it all is just fear and insecurity being projected outward onto women. There's a lesson in there somewhere. Let me read the last part. There's a lesson in there somewhere, but a lot of you won't pick up on it either. Uppity Negroes Podcast. That's what they said that. Okay, got to check them out, man. We actually gonna we got somebody I'm gonna call somebody. This is a wife, and she has some about this. She has some thoughts about this. This is the ultimate wife on we'll put it on speaker. On Twitter, she's the ultimate. On Instagram, she's the ultimate wife. Let's see. Take it off speaker. Hello? Hey. Off speaker. Oh, you know, I got my AirPods. That's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, hold on for 1 second. Can you hear me? Turn off your Bluetooth. Yeah, I got to turn on. Oh, I think I hung up on. Snap. All right, so I'll turn. We're going to get a Dope Dealer Podcast. We're doing this. So this is my first time doing it, man. So I'll turn off. I had my AirPods on earlier.
It's always a motherfucker who don't get high.
So we're going to
bitch.
We're going to turn Bluetooth off, and then we're going to try to call her one more time. It still say AirPods and headphones, so we don't want
to put them in your thing.
Is that better? Headphones, okay.
Hello?
Take two. My bad on that. I'm sorry about that. How you doing?
It's fine.
Welcome to the Dope Dealer Podcast. Welcome to the Dope Dealer Podcast, Ultimate Wife. So Ultimate Wife, you're married. From what I understand, you're married, right?
Hello, Ultimate Wife.
Oh yeah,
Tobe Hixx.
Tobe Hixx is here. I'm sorry,
Nice
this is
to meet
Jamal
you.
Doman, Tobe Hixx. We're talking about the Ayesha Curry comment. So just get some background. You're married, correct?
Yes, I've been married for going on 11 years.
Oh,
and been with my husband for 12.
Oh, congratulations!
Okay,
Y'all got kids?
Yes.
Any kids?
4 of them.
Oh,
2
wow.
girls, 2 boys.
Oh,
Oh,
so you
wow.
busy,
That's
man.
great.
Thank
Wow.
you, man. We love. Well, we want to hear your opinion
Yeah,
because
that's
you
a
in it,
blessing.
man.
Yeah, we want to hear what you have to say.
You're definitely
'Cause
so.
I'm furious over here.
So yeah, Tobe is mad. I'm kind of like, a couple people going, a lot of people going at Ayesha. Some people defending her. We just want to hear your opinion as a mother, a wife of 11 years. How you feel about what her comments were?
Well, I think that to a great deal, people are taking what she said like out of context.
Right. Okay.
It's supposed to be an open forum, like girl talk.
Right.
You say things in girl talk that might not sound good to the masses, but when women or men are in a group of people, their peers, they talk real.
Mm-hmm. True.
And so
she had.
I don't think.
Because somebody said that somebody put up a post said this shouldn't have been said in public. It should have been something that you say around your homegirls and y'all just when y'all just having conversations. Shouldn't have been.
I don't
said.
fault her for feeling that way. All men and women feel that way. There's no problem with that, but you can't tell the whole world that though. You can't do that. And you sitting right next to his mama. Oh my God.
Well, even his mama is a woman, and like. I have a good relationship with my mother-in-law, and sometimes we talk about my mother-in-law talk about her ex-husband, and I talk about my husband, her son. We're still women. We may be wives, we might be mothers, but we're still women. I think that the insecurity that she talks about isn't like an irrational insecurity. It's more like your mama told you when you was little, you're handsome, you're pretty. You believe your mama or your grandmama, but it felt good when it was somebody else, especially like your class crush or somebody like that.
But
it carried a different kind of weight.
Right. But then how about your husband telling you pretty and you look great and he loves you? That's not enough?
My husband is my husband. It's like your mama. Your mama's supposed to love you. My husband's supposed to tell me I'm pretty. But it feels nice that when I go out, I know that I'm still valuable in a physical sense to the world. Because it might be like a little thing, but most people think like if my partner died or like left me, can I still get somebody else?
I ain't thinking
Do
that.
people even look at me that way anymore? Because especially when you have children, your mind changes as well as your physical body.
Right.
People still see me the way I see me or my husband sees me. Because especially for women, when we have kids, when we become a wife, people look at us as non-sexual beings. Idris Elba is a perfect example of that's not the same for men. He just got married. Chicks will come to his wedding wanting to be his wife. But men
I never
do
thought of
that
that.
for women. It's like when a woman gets married, it's like you become like a grandma. And Ayesha Curry is not that old. Who wants to be a spinster at 20, 30, 40 years old when a man still looked at as a sexual being almost until he's dead? Sean Connery was old as crap, and people still looked at him like he was a sexual being. So why is it different for women? She's just saying what the show is about. It's supposed to, find like these candid moments, these moments where you're a fly on the wall listening to prominent people talk about real things.
How should Steph feel about this?
I think that he's confident in himself, and he knows that his wife's love for him is genuine. It's not about just like when men say they cheat or do something crazy. That it's not about love. It's about sex. Well, when a woman wants a compliment, it's not about trying to creep. It's more like an energy that creates in her. If somebody compliments you, I don't care if they, hey, I love your podcast. It makes you feel good. You choose how you use that energy. If you're a cheater, you're going to take that energy and be a cheater. But if you are somebody who just wants that little pep in your step, you're going to take it home and you will put that freaking dress on for your man.
Now, you make some great points. I just want you made some great points, Ultimate Wife. I just want to. So how does it? Because I was taught. I was raised. I like to think I was raised well. I was taught a married woman is off limits. I respect marriage, and most men who was raised with some morals know that. So how are we supposed to show attention to a married woman?
I don't understand that.
You understand? I don't mess with a married. I respect that. I don't. I'm not flirting with you. I'm not doing nothing because you're married. That's the way. That's the way, and that's what I think a lot of men are saying online.
Real man was raised. The men, like I was just telling Jamal, the men that will step to a married woman, those are the men that know, in most cases, that they make more money than her husband. See, before a woman will step to a married man because she feel like her sex is better than the woman's sex, his wife's, and they use that. And because ain't nobody stepping to Steph's wife. I mean, because they gonna look at it like, for one,
Well, first thing, ain't nobody supposed to be stepping to
ain't nobody supposed to.
Steph's wife. But
I'm sure, like Kevin Durant say, "Hey, Ayesha, you looking good in that dress today."
Yeah, but that's.
I'm saying, I'm sure people compliment her. But I'm sure they do.
But ain't nobody. Yeah, so that's my question, ultimate wife.
It's a different kind of energy, and at the same time, married or not, it still feels good to get that.
But how? But we say how? How are you supposed to get it?
I understand that you guys are saying from your standpoint that a good, genuine man is not going to make give a compliment that's kind
to a married woman that he knows is married.
But at the same time, it would feel good. It would feel good to hear a compliment that you know is, and she's not expecting it from somebody who's on the same team. It's like that's like a brother or uncle or something. It's the same context as like her husband. It's almost like an extension of her husband. Is another part of the family. When you're walking down the street, everybody doesn't know that's Steph Curry's wife. I don't care how much you follow sports. When she don't have makeup on and she's just walking down the street and somebody gives her a genuine compliment like, "Wow, you look so pretty today," that person probably just passing by. It just feels good to hear it. It creates a certain sense of yourself that you have not lost you in being a wife and mother. It does not take away from your position as being a good wife and a solid woman. It just means that you're human. And for you guys to feel like, well, how do you do that? You wouldn't do that. That's not who she's looking for a compliment from. She's looking for somebody who's just genuine. When you say to your parents, "I just want you to respect me," you don't expect for them at that very second to say, "Well, I respect you," because it's not believable. You want it to come from a genuine, natural source. One day she's in the market somewhere, and someone says, "Wow, even without any makeup, you're just so pretty." Like, that's not
ultimate wife. But let me teach. Okay, I'm single, ultimate wife, and when I'm out or wherever I'm at or whatever I'm doing, if I see a woman that is attractive to me, the first thing I do is look at her hand and see if she has a ring. And if she has a ring on, I'm not gonna say nothing to him. I'm just not. And she might be the prettiest girl I've seen in 2 or 3 weeks. But if I see a ring and it looks like a legitimate wedding ring, I'm not gonna say, "Hey, you're beautiful." I mean, I would feel horrible.
Hey, have you ever watched a show called Everybody Loves Raymond? There's an episode where his wife has on her wedding ring. He got flirted with his wedding ring on. And when she tried the same thing, is exactly what you said. We're human. And people put these expectations and standards for women, mainly women, almost women only.
Well, no, I'm saying I would feel bad myself if I know that I approached and if I know that I complimented a married woman.
In a sexual way.
I wouldn't feel right. Ultimate wife, I wouldn't feel right. It has nothing to do with her. I wouldn't feel right.
But that's why she says she has zero male attention. She's not saying it flippantly because she's trying to engage people in complimenting her. She's saying this is the very reasons why I don't get that kind of attention. My husband has an onslaught of people. I'm sure he gets people, not just women, but an onslaught of folks that tell my husband he's great, he's handsome, he's this, he's that. And women, we don't get that same energy. You look for a compliment from people you see as valuable. Like if you see like a girl that you're not attracted to compliment you, it's like, "Thank you, sis."
Well, I'm not married though. I'm not married.
But I'm sure you've been in relationships before and chicks flirted with you.
Yes, but
it's the same thing. A relationship technically is practice for marriage. So if you were ever in a relationship and somebody flirted with you, you didn't say, "Oh, excuse me, harlot, How dare you? You see this heart belongs to Keisha.
Well, no, I didn't.
No.
And I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, though.
I hear what I hear what you're saying. And a lot of points you make some great.
I understand the feeling.
You gave us a perspective
that
we
like
didn't.
that. I could understand that. I could relate to every human being feeling like that.
Ultimate Wife, I'm gonna read. If you got a couple more minutes, I know you got to go, but I'm gonna just read a couple tweets, and I just want to get your opinion because these some women who kind of backing what you're saying. Walanda G, she said every woman needs verbal assurance that she's still the shit. We understand, sis. Ayesha Curry, we understand. So that's one.
But what if, hold on, what if a man, what if everywhere she went, like every day, like just randomly, grocery store, wherever she was out in the public, someone said, hey, gave her a compliment. Then I believe that after 2 weeks of compliments, she would feel like, all these men know I'm married.
Exactly.
And
blah,
blah, blah.
And that's
what about that side?
Ultimate Wife, that's somewhat. Guys made that point too.
Because
like,
then if the men were trying to holler at her every day, and then just think about it.
They should be like, these ratchet motherfuckers.
They know I'm married.
I
mean, what if a guy says you beautiful and he got a Golden State Warriors baseball cap because he's a fan of basketball, a hat on. He knows who her husband is, and she gets compliments.
He knows her.
So I'm saying, she would feel like people were harassing her if they gave her a compliment all the time.
Go ahead.
I really truly believe that the way that she said it was a really genuine, and the way she said it, because she's not looking for it, is what she says. I'm not looking for this, but it'd be nice. It's like you're not looking to be a millionaire necessarily.
I'm looking to be a millionaire.
Wait. Well, all right. You're not necessarily looking, like, it'd be nice if you was a millionaire.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you still want to be happy with your life. She's happy with her life, genuinely. But it'd be nice. It's like an addition. It's like, who doesn't like extra something? Here, I put a couple extra salsams in your Wendy's bag. Like, who doesn't like extra?
That's true.
Okay, all right. So, I mean, but seriously, so you just think it's no problem with her telling the whole world this now? It's okay if she told her girlfriends this. I wouldn't have a problem.
But she was saying the show she was on was kind of like that. There's supposed to be a show where you can just talk. But, I mean, you just can't talk because the show is being broadcast to the world. So it's kind of,
I mean,
well, one of the most popular women in America.
Who says she can't just talk? Aren't I just talking to you? I'm telling you how I really feel. Like, I'm not as famous. Well, I'm not famous at all like Ayesha Curry. But at the same time, I still want to be seen as a sexual being. I don't want to just be seen as my kid's mom.
But it's not.
The moment we get married,
right,
we take someone's name. The minute we have kids, our kids' friends don't even call us by our name. They call us that such and such mom. It's nice to be looked at as an individual that's a female for your aesthetic, opposed to just your personality. Like, oh, you have a beautiful personality. I know that. It's nice to know I still got it.
And it's not.
And that's everybody.
And it's not enough from your husband. What you stated earlier. If your husband do it, that's not enough.
It's not being enough. It's just different. It carries a different kind of way. I'll repeat it. Your mama ain't gonna talk to you.
It's like that's what they supposed to say.
Handsome, but it feels different when someone who doesn't have anything vested in you tells you. It feels more real. Like, what do they have to gain? I'm not going with them.
Let me Ultimate Wife, I'm gonna read one. If you got time, I'm gonna read two
more. And that's
more.
another thing.
I want to hear your opinion.
That's another point.
What?
That what man wants to compliment a woman that he know ain't gonna ever come to his side?
That's another.
Why would you waste? Why would a man want to compliment a woman that he knows he never could touch?
I'm gonna try to find this tweet, Ultimate Wife. I'm gonna look for this tweet.
Or tell her how good she look, but he know he ain't gonna never touch her. I can't do that.
I have a tweet that's kind of similar to what Tobe said, but before I'm gonna try to find out, I want to hear your. But I'm gonna read this other young lady because I think you. All right, so this is a young lady. Her name is J. Rel. She said, as a wife of nearly 13 years, almost the same time you've been married, Ultimate Wife, and a mom of 2 kiddos, I hear and understand what Ayesha is saying. She's saying every now and then she want to know if she still got it. However, I got some observations. Let me read her. Let me read a few of her observations. Ayesha's literally married to Steph Curry. He might not be top 10 nicest people on earth. Nobody wants to harm. He might be, or let me read that again. He might be top 10 nicest people on earth. Nobody wants to harm Steph Curry.
That's
not
true,
even
too.
his opponents. Openly thirsting after her is a direct threat to the head of the monster. It's not happening. Point 2. Ayesha Ayesha says something problematic every 14 months on record. I don't even know if she has a niche group of followers. She has a lot of followers. Plenty of people love her, but I don't know if the type she wants to clamor for her attention are in that group. All right, let me read that. I know I kind of messed that up. Ayesha says something problematic every 14 months on record. I don't even know if she has a niche of group followers. She has a lot of followers. Plenty of people love her, but I don't know if the type she wants to clamor for her attention are in that group. Here's her point number 3. I didn't think what Ayesha said about this on Red Table Talk was problematic at all. I think she was just having a typical vulnerable moment as a woman sometimes do and shared it publicly. Y'all can let the memes roll through. I love a good laugh. So kind of.
Okay, I mean, I could go with that.
Sure.
Well, I think sometimes husbands give wives different kind of compliments, especially when they've been in a longer relationship. In the beginning of any relationship, oh, you're my moon goddess, whatever stuff you like to hear, and he knows you like to hear.
Yeah.
But when you've been together, it's like, thanks, I'm glad you took my clothes out. It's not the same as why you're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, I love my husband, but sometimes I'm like, you don't really compliment me the same way that some thirsty dude is going to compliment me. You should be the most thirsty for me. I know you love me and you appreciate me.
Right.
But you don't appreciate me as a sexual being the way you did, except for when you do it to me. When you do it to me, you saying all this stuff, oh, I love your body, I love your face, whatever. But when it's a situation, husbands, men in general don't talk to their women like that.
After you saying after a while,
I've
heard people.
So
I've seen some tweets where people were like, if you never been in a long relationship, you can't understand what Ayesha is going through. I've seen some tweets like people saying that I understand. If you've been married for a long time, if you've been in a long relationship,
I've been guilty of situations like that when I was in relationships. So I could agree with that part, but still.
So I'm gonna read this last one. Ayesha admitted she's insecure, battles depressions, and feels some kind of that men don't hit on her, some kind of way that men don't hit on her. Personally, every woman likes a little attention outside of her relationship. It makes her feel good to know men find her attractive. Stop bashing her. Okay, that's kind of what you.
My whole thing is for you guys. Don't you like when you know men still clamor after your woman? If you with a woman that not even the 1-2 guy who pushes the shopping carts back don't want, who wants that?
So
it's an ego boost, and if she takes it properly to the head. You take that energy that somebody put in you put it like a battery, you charge your relationship up. You don't take it and deplete your relationship by putting that energy into being Sodom's prime. You take it into being a good wife.
Right. So basically, you saying, I guess I guess what you and Ayesha saying is we need some thirsty niggas just kind of to do we need, like y'all saying, we basically need like
somebody say something.
Yeah, you need some thirsty niggas every once in a while that just try to holler at married women. Just not, nothing's gonna happen, but it just makes us feel good. It just, that's.
Okay, one of you just said you've been married for a long time. So you're telling me that if you were...
Oh, no. I wasn't married. I'm just saying I've been guilty of, like you said, sometimes men don't, after a while, they don't treat the woman the same. I'm saying I've been in some relationships where I was guilty of that. That's what I was saying.
Well, when you were in that relationship, didn't it feel good? Let's say, for men, I don't think it's so much as a compliment about their attractiveness. I think it's more like when you guys get older or when you're down on your luck. When women give you certain compliments, it does charge you up.
Oh, yeah, so everybody. I totally agree with that, ultimately. I've never disputed with that part of what you were saying.
But when you applied it right, you went home and gave your chick the best sex of her life. Not because you're thinking about the other woman, but it's like, wow, I'm still that man. And why is it that as women, we're not allowed to feel these things?
Hey, nah, I'm sorry. I was thinking about the other woman. I was tripping.
No, because some women know how to compliment men just like men know how to compliment women, and she still might not be your type.
Yeah, I was tripping.
No,
I mean, like I said, I don't fault her for wanting to feel like that, but my only fault with her is she shouldn't have told everybody.
No, but and also
that's all I'm
we
saying.
just and I hear everything you're saying, but I hope you
Yeah, I
hear
agree. Yeah, I agree with
why
what you
that
said.
may not happen, because you have men, respectable men who have morals and just don't. So it's kind of weird. I guess we need. This is why we need thirsty men.
I mean, that's just like saying, can you
somehow.
imagine? Like, no, but check this out,
No, this
Ultimate
is why
Wife,
we
and we
need
got
these type of conversations.
check.
Not that we need thirsty men.
Check.
We need these type of conversations so that men that are in relationships realize that their woman wants to still be viewed as a sexual being. So anytime he sees her,
I got
the
one
way
for
he saw
you.
her when she's walking down the street, he should still get at his woman like that. Like he should still be that thirsty dude.
Check.
Okay. So you're saying that the husband should. So that's something that y'all should tell the husband. So Ayesha shouldn't tell the husband that, or you tell your husband that, like, hey, is that what you're saying? The husband
And
should
you
know
have
this
good
more.
communication. You do talk to your mate and you tell them what your needs are and your wants are. But at the same time, it feels good when somebody sexes you. You don't always want to tell them what is your thing. You want somebody to just put it on you. And it's the same with compliments. When it's coming from a genuine place from someone, you know the difference. I know the difference between the bum with one tooth that's pushing all the shopping carts to holler at everybody versus somebody who looks half decent. I can see that they're put together in their life, and they compliment me and they go about their business. Everybody's not looking to sleep with you.
Right.
If they can just see the aesthetic and say, "Wow, you're a beautiful person."
I could agree with that, because now looking back, I have said like nice things to women and just kept it moving. That I didn't, I wasn't gonna try to holler. I just thought, their hair looked nice that day or something. So okay, I could agree with that part right there. But I mean, and I'm gonna give you an example though. And I know she's older and more mature, so that's it really. But can you imagine? I'm sure she feels like this, but we know she can. Can you imagine? Could you ever see Michelle Obama saying this on a national platform?
Oh, that's what a lot of people was making.
Like seriously, I know Michelle feel the same way that every other woman do.
No,
but Michelle would,
here's the thing.
and I know she's older. I know she's older, and
it has nothing to do with just age.
I'm talking about her knowledge of things. She knows what
somebody
to say.
somebody said, can you imagine if Beyonce made these comments, and then somebody flipped it? People flipped it to, can you imagine if Steph?
Beyonce looking at Savannah husband every week that LeBron playing, but okay.
And that's funny that you brought up Savannah, because a lot of people were like, man, Ayesha Curry need to take less Ayesha Curry, more Savannah James, how she deals with. You don't even hear from her. She just, you know what I mean? But that's a whole nother story.
That's the thing. There's different husbands for different wives. Steph Curry picked the woman that fit him and his life. And LeBron picked the woman that fit him in his life. I'm more outspoken than some other women. Some men could never stand me, let alone marry me. But at the same time, that doesn't devalue her opinions, her thoughts, her feelings. And at the same time, I'm sure she talked to him to a certain degree about that certain things may be asked about them. And he gave her the okay, because it doesn't strike me as she's a woman who follows her own self as a body and not following the head in the spiritual family.
And that, some people I've seen. What if Steph would have made that comment, or what if like I said, people say, what if a dude would have made the comment? It would have, a lot of people say the reaction would have been, a lot of women may have came at him like, what the hell are you talking about? Like you married.
But this is the thing. It doesn't. If he made that comment, it would seem unrealistic, because when we know women throw themselves at him all the time. She, as a woman, and women who have had that experience, realize that at a certain point, doesn't matter how. Look at Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. She's bad as hell.
There she is. I've seen her. I've seen her out here in person.
So I'm sure men found her attractive, but when she was all white and muttering it up, people, some out of respect, some out of just thinking like she's a non-being. It's like she turned into Pat when she got married and had a bunch of kids. I know guys right now that women.
But how can somebody know? I mean, how can somebody know that's Nicole over there? That's Eddie Murphy's wife.
Well, she was. I mean, people kind of knew.
No, that's what I'm saying. And then how they gonna go up to her and say something, complimentary, sexual?
Nobody's looking. She's not looking for nobody to come up to her. She's looking for a regular, normal day of life.
So you're just saying, like, if she's just going to the gym, she's just going to the gym and the guys just happen to be walking out the gym and he's, hey, you look, I know what you're saying. Just a regular something, yeah. Just something, yeah.
Because even if she was single, most women don't like or gravitate towards disgusting or like guys are too aggressive. Their compliments are different sounding. It makes you feel creeped out. When a guy gives you a genuine compliment, and he's like, "Wow, your body is really nice." Especially like if you're at the gym. No one wants to go to the gym and you've been in the gym for 6 months straight, and it's like, "Wow, you just started." You don't want that. You want a certain kind of compliment, and you know the difference inside, and you also react to certain things differently. It's not like she's looking for it. It just would be nice, is what she's saying. Like, it'd be nice if I found $20 on the ground. If I don't find her $20, I'm not gonna die or go cheat on my husband.
No, yeah, this is really interesting, man. You gave us another perspective. I don't know if I say I 100% understand but I get your perspective, and I know everybody. It reminds me of that. I don't know if you used to watch Martin. I was telling Tobe earlier. Remember that Martin episode where he took off his ring and he just kind of wanted to see, and then he ended up losing. He wanted to see if he still had it, and he ended up losing the ring. And he had to, at the end, he had tell Gina he lost the ring, and why he took the ring off in the first place. So it's kind of like he was like, "Baby, I just wanted to see if I still had it," Yeah, it's just interesting. I just don't, I guess we need some sacrifices or just, I do think in Ayesha's case, I do think if she was just if Steph Curry was just a regular guy and they was just in a regular marriage, she may get more compliments because I think people sometimes more, I'm not going to say it because I know you and I know you Steph Curry's wife. If Steph Curry worked at, at
Best Buy.
Yeah, Best Buy. You understand what I'm saying? People may compliment him more because they're not really intimidated. That it's
that's what I'm saying. By only men who would say a man would have to know he make more money than Steph Curry, and it ain't a lot of cats out there like that. That's the thing. Money comes to that. See, the women, like I said, to them it's just about their sex. To the man, if he step into a married woman, he got to have more money. Or men just, those are the snake men. That's the difference.
Did you see? I put a comment on my page, Ultimate Wife. Dude wrote, Ayesha Curry ain't even all that cute to be talking this nonsense.
But that's
I could agree with that too.
Couldn't even get at her.
Yeah, we know it's that. We know. I wish I got my computer's tripping. It was another tweet that somebody wrote, and I was trying to find it on my computer. But the guy was just like, Ayesha Curry is maybe let me see if I may even have it. He was just saying it shows an example of how much a lot of people saying this is just kind of shows you how much attention women want. They just no matter if they marry.
Think about how some people feel. Think about the women who's sitting there, who are scraping and struggling, and they sit there and listen to her talk about she wants some attention, and it's like, well, how about them $300 million y'all got in the bank?
Oh yeah,
that's enough attention.
Let me. How much of this is because some people pointed this out that she got married young, so people were like, she's never been out there, she's never been in that dating. I guess they were high school sweethearts, so they got married early.
They've never been poor.
Yeah, some people said. This may play a part of this. Her thinking is she's never been out there. She's just been with one guy, and maybe now she's a little older now.
It's like when
what you think about that?
Left OKC, he was finally a free agent.
What you think about that? You think that plays a part that she's a little bit mature now, and she's maybe looking.
It can play some level of a part, but I just think that you begin to see yourself the way it seems everyone else sees you, as like this sexless void of a person. You don't see yourself like most women that have kids and a husband are rushing around. They got ponytails, and it's not a cute ponytail. You see the $65 in the hood. I live in Philly. It's some twisted up mess. You have on sweatpants with various baby stains on it. You don't see yourself as sexy. So if somebody's like, "Wow, you're so pretty," and just keeps it pushing, that would make your day.
But
in turn, you know, like because she started in that relationship so young, I'm not even going to say that it's because being so young. I had relationships before I met my husband. It just feels nice. It has nothing to do with age or anything. It just feels nice. And even if you're a poor woman or someone who has to scrape, what does that have to do with if someone finds you attractive? If anything, her telling how she feels shows that how women feel that don't have those means, that it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
That because a lot of times when you're poor and you don't have a voice, women don't have voices a lot of time, period. But poor women especially don't have a voice. So to hear a woman of color who has a voice, a platform, say, this is how I feel, a lot of women can relate to that. That is what that show is about. It's about relatability and being vulnerable. She was vulnerable.
But what about this, Ultimate Wife? I've seen beautiful women lots of times that, and I look and I see a ring and I know they married or whatever. But you know what comes to my mind? What instantly comes to me is that, hey, man, some guy out there, that's a lucky man, got a beautiful wife. Yeah. But I can't tell her that.
But sometimes you can. I've done that before. Like
a lot of guys have said
if I try to holler at a girl and she didn't even got to tell me she's married. But she can tell me that she got a boyfriend.
But I'm saying if
I'll be like, I always used to be my go-to line, and it was, I'd be like, your husband or your boyfriend, he's a lucky dude, and that did put a big smile on her face. Every time I
and I think that's a healthy way of still being a little thirsty, but I wouldn't even say thirsty because thirsty's a bad term.
Yeah. No, I went at it. No, I would try to holler.
But I would still feel bad if I said that to
and I'm just talking about girlfriends because I wouldn't holler at a married.
I would still feel bad, Ultimate Wife.
Why would you feel? If you didn't know, you didn't know.
I'm saying if I know she's married.
Oh no, if you know, I would never. Don't get me wrong. I never try to holler at a married.
What comes to my mind when I see a beautiful woman I know is married, I say in my mind I say her husband's a lucky guy. But I couldn't tell her that. I would feel bad.
Like sometimes I would feel like, am I still cute? Like I know I'm not ugly, but am I like world cute? I'm cute or beautiful or pretty, whatever, to my husband or to like people who care about me. But am I like, this person doesn't know me from a can of paint cute?
I can't tell no woman.
But that's not. It's not kind of. So you kind of like. I see what you. So but your husband, your family, but to me it seemed like you kind of diminishing their thought. I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, but that's my family and that's my husband. That's what they're supposed to say.
Feel like that.
But it's kind of like.
And you've never done, and men have never done that with the women in their lives. Dave, I think your idea is great. You should really run with this. You should really start this podcast saying, and you ask a couple more people, or you looking for that reassurance from somebody else because you feel like their reassurance is something that is expected more than something that is given freely.
No, I see.
And that's the same thing with these type of compliments. It's like, especially now that she said this, everybody in the world is going to be complimenting her. But like when life goes back to normal in a few days, when Kim Kardashian or somebody, farts, like
that's funny.
I feel you.
She's gonna look for the real, genuine compliment. She says.
Oh man.
In that interview,
it sounds like she might be looking for something else. Now I'm putting all this thought to.
Because sometimes, listen, what Tobe just said. Oh no! But I ain't talking about Ayesha. But sometimes this can lead to
this type of thought.
Because what happens is this type of thinking.
If somebody's mind is going like that,
and this is how guys. It's some motherfuckers out there who prey on women like that. Prey on married women who maybe not so happy in their marriage, or maybe kind of 50-50 on it. And here the dude come complimenting you, telling you look great, telling you beautiful, you all that, and that's how they. Because what happens, it can start with if you thinking like that, it can start with a compliment. It can start with a compliment. And then you think, oh, it's just a compliment. I don't really want nothing else. It's just a compliment. And then it can start to a conversation. And then you thinking to yourself, the girl's thinking, it's just a conversation. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just a conversation. Then it can start, then it can turn into a lunch. We just meeting out for lunch. It's nothing gonna happen. We just gonna
No.
meeting out for lunch. No, but the ultimate wife. I know. I'm not talking from your perspective, but let's not act like this doesn't happen like that.
Come on,
it doesn't
wife.
build to that way.
Hold on.
And then next thing you know, he got her bent over at the hotel.
Ultimate wife, you heard me and Mrs. Jones. We got a thing going on. We meet at the same place.
And I'm not talking about. I'm not saying it's gonna happen with Ayesha Curry. Or from your perspective, but ultimate wife, let's keep it 100. It does. It can start like that and turn into, he got her bent over.
Ayesha want to be Mrs. Jones. I'm convinced.
May I say something, please?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
What I was going to say is, oftentimes men and women definitely look at things from a different point of view. Like a guy that does certain things, he's looking absolutely to lay down a foundation so he can get him some outside of his situation. But most times, not all the time, but most times women are not laying that same type of foundation. We're looking for something that makes us feel good, that's our own.
Mm-hmm.
You go into a store, you're buying chips or something, and the guy at the counter flirts with you. And he probably flirts with everybody. Probably got an accent, not from this country. But it feels kind of nice because for that moment you were special in a different kind of way. Does not mean you're going to help this guy get a green card and move him into your house and make him ramen noodles for the rest of your life. It just means that it felt nice. And if you're a smart woman, which I believe Ayesha is, and you're a solid woman and a spiritual woman, you're going to make sure that you have a safe distance between you and other people. And I'm sure that the kind of husband that he is, they live their tight-knit family. They do a lot of stuff together. When will she have time?
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about Ayesha Curry. I'm just talking about, Monique Curry. I'm talking about Stephanie Curry. This has happened.
Regular people. It has happens every day.
Anything can happen, but if something like that were to happen, trust and believe me, it was a symptom of a much bigger issue. And it was a void that her husband nor any man that complimented her could never fill. I suffer from depression and anxiety. So sometimes I look at myself through the lenses of people who abused me as a child. So sometimes it feels nice. God, I'm about to get emotional. It feels nice to hear somebody say, like, you're beautiful. You can feel the difference versus somebody who's trying to manipulate you into getting you sexually. You know the difference. When I was a kid and someone said, oh, you're a little girl, versus a weirdo that said, oh, you're a pretty little girl, I knew the difference.
Yeah.
And most women know the difference between a man who's giving her a genuine compliment and that's it versus a man who's trying to get her pants.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You really.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, that makes totally sense.
Yeah, but it is.
Somebody, you broke it down. Somebody, Jess the Pooh said, I completely understand what Ayesha Curry meant. People don't give a shit that Beyonce, Angela Bassett, Halle Berry, when she was married. Men flirt with them. It's validation that they are beautiful. It's not needed, but it's a confidence boost. So it's a lot. Okay. You really, it's a kind of basically what you said. You really gave us a perspective because we was up here, you know what I mean? When we first started, we was really like going in on it. And it's, I just thought, I think a lot of guys was looking at it. It's like, it seems like she's, she wants attention. It's just like this tweet. So Miss Curry just proved, this from a guy. So Miss Curry just proved that women really be wanting and craving all the attention in the world from thirsty niggas just to turn it down. Now, I actually should have read this. I was trying to find this tweet about 30 minutes ago, but you kind of
and the thing is, like, I mean,
broke this down. But this, I just read that just to let you. This is kind of what guys was like damn, like so you just want.
Well,
and then let me tell you this.
Chris Rock, I think it was either Chris Rock. I believe it's Chris Rock. He said that when women see men, they think of he's gonna be my man. When men see women, they're like, I'm gonna smash her if she's somebody else's wife. Like a woman can see a man that's someone's husband, and they want him to be their man. They want to husband him. But most guys just want to smut you. They don't want to have a relationship with you. So you know the difference in their approach. And women often do a lot of things for themselves and their circle of females that associate themselves with. Like when I put on certain stuff, Like the part of my body I love my eyes. I love my boobs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it because everybody loves those things. They might also like those things, but I feel confident about those parts of my body. I feel confident about those physical things. Like just like I feel confident in my mind. I feel confident in my speech. I feel confident in my conduct. It's just nice to be appreciated for your physical aesthetic and not just who you are on the inside.
Amen.
And I agree with I agree with that. But one last thing, Ultimate Wife, though, and you got. I mean, here's part of it too. Like, poor women, unfortunately, like the women. There's women that are looking at her like, if I had all that stuff, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about what you're talking about. They might feel like that, but they wouldn't have went public about it. So that's where a lot of the venom is coming from certain people, because they look at it like, she's never experienced a broke day because he's never, I mean, you know, obviously he came from money. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, money don't do everything. Happy, But I'm not talking about her personal feelings. I'm talking about how the general public feels when there's people out here really, really not, they're feeling the same way as her, and they don't even have the resources she got, so they just feel upset that it feels like she's complaining to a lot of people. And it's because of the money.
Well, I think a lot of women in general carry a lot of venom for women that they wish they could be.
That's
like,
true.
You know, sometimes
that's a female thing. That's not a male
thing.
Like
if you look at in the political world, some of the most strongest supporters of certain orange characters, they are more mean than the men because they feel that's what the men want. So some women will hate on other women because they want to side with the men and get the men's attention for themselves.
Yeah. Wow.
And then money.
Yeah, men don't.
My husband boxes. So he's been on NBC. He's fought some heavyweight fighters. He's been to Russia. So we had a little bit of something a couple times. But
he's heavyweight? Your husband a heavyweight?
No, he's a cruiserweight, but he.
Do I know him? Do I know him?
You might.
Where y'all from Philly?
You know Max. So Max's dad is in the same gym as my husband.
Okay, I'm a boxing fan, so I usually keep up on Philly fighters. But we'll talk about that another day.
Well, so I can speak from being super poor, kind of not poor, and feeling like I had to look, hood rich for a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I was hood rich for a second, it didn't mean that I didn't still want things that money could never buy.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And if anything, because my husband was starting to get notoriety, I see that like he's getting all this attention, and it's like I'm a piece of chop suey.
I'm
and
cool.
It doesn't mean that I don't love him or respect him, because I think that's what a lot of men are misconstruing with what she said. She has respect for her husband, but she is being honest. If I'm going to be honest, this is how I think and how I feel about this particular issue.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm just nothing. My husband getting all this attention, I get no attention from the opposite sex.
And I've seen that.
If she was a lesbian, she'd probably get all the attention in the world, because other girls are like, oh, okay. Like Amanda Seales, hey, polka dot. So, women compliment other women. Certain women compliment other women. So it feels nice when the gender you are interested in also appreciates your aesthetic, opposed to just your mama and your girlfriend.
Yeah. And it's funny that you, because I came up with Kevin and Tori, and I've talked to Tori about how that happened. Because she was there, when they both had nothing, and just to watch and she was right next to him, but she did tell me it affected her, like just when his stars started to rise and just how much attention that he got, it did kind of affect her, as the wife who was there from the beginning. So I can understand when you were saying talking about your.
When you bring a Miss Tori, it feels different when guys value your woman in a physical sense, and all of a sudden you're not. It's like, what's wrong with you? Your woman bad. And then she's this and this and this. But when a man's friends and other men in the circle are like, oh man, the chick you're cheating with, or these other chicks are more sexually appealing, and then they got this and this and this, it's almost like you feel okay about things. And I feel like when women get complimented, we're not looking to like leave our men for some richer or well-endowed guy. We're looking for something that charges us up a little bit about ourselves, something separate from our marriage and our children and the role we have to play as women.
Okay. Woo. Listen, you,
I'm glad you let me know that's how they
you
be
broke.
thinking.
Hey man,
boy.
listen, I know we was only supposed to have you for a few minutes, man. I really appreciate you,
Thanks,
breaking it
Ultimate
down
Wife.
for us. We have nothing else. You broke it down and explained everything perfectly. Matter of fact, DM me your info. I'm gonna send you a T-shirt. Send you a Dope Dealer Podcast T-shirt, just for for helping us out, and we really appreciate you guys. Go ahead.
As a wife and a mother, I love free stuff. So at this moment, I don't need a compliment. Thank you for the free stuff.
No, we appreciate you. And just what I'm a boxing fanatic. I don't know if you want to say his name. I'm a boxing guy, and I know Philly cruiserweights. I'm trying to put together who is Steve Cunningham. That's not your.
No, we're friends with them. Him and his wife Livy, and now their kids.
Okay.
But no, his name is Garrett the Ultimate Warrior Wilson.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So at one point he had a USBA.
Oh, you okay? Okay.
And an NABS.
Okay. All right, that's what's up, man. Well, listen. If it's all right for us to keep your info, and when we got situations like this, we need your opinion. Can we call you up and stuff like that?
You drop some knowledge. We appreciate it.
If that's cool, who knows? A month from now, we might be talking.
I'm still shaking over here, thinking about complimenting a married woman. But you did drop some knowledge.
We appreciate you, Ultimate Wife. You take care.
Can't do it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. You have a good night, guys.
All right, take care.
Don't forget to DM me that info.
Okay.
Appreciate you. That's what's up, man. Whew, that was good. That was good, man. See? That was good, man. All right, so I kind of, I can see. I just don't know. I guess we need ratchet niggas in our community to kind of keep this going.
Man, I mean? I don't know what to say, man. I just don't know. I don't know how she.
Next time you see a beautiful woman that got a ring on her finger, just tell her she look nice today. That's all. I know it's gonna be just say, hey, you look nice today. Nothing.
But then hold on. What if you seriously? All jokes aside, but what if you say that and then all of a sudden, here come her husband coming around the corner and he hear you and then now you out of pocket.
I mean,
I'm just saying it's all that's the shit that men think about.
Yeah, I know.
It ain't just.
Yeah,
man. I don't know. Oh, man. Oh God.
Yeah, that's a great man. That's good. We gonna follow that story and see what it come up to. A lot of people defending her. A lot of people going
after divorce court.
Nah, but I think I seen somebody say Steph Curry was consoling her or something like that. I don't
consoling her. He need to be consoled. Hearing that his woman is fucking thinking about she want a compliment from another
man. There's some
man.
funny memes, man. You gotta see some of the memes. They had the scene from The Pursuit of Happiness when Will Smith got the job and walked out the building. He was crying. They said Ayesha Curry leaving Walmart after the bag boy tells her that she looks beautiful.
Damn, man.
So that's how we go.
One thing, Ultimate White, when she said they probably, we know this from being in the industry. I'm sure they probably did prep her. It's like this is what she planned to say.
Hey man, she was speaking from the heart, man, and a lot of people, she's speaking from the heart, man.
Go to the mall, Ayesha Curry. You know how many motherfuckers is just sick by your statements. Oh man.
That's cool, man. We appreciate everybody listening, man. Shout out to our sponsors for this month.
They clowning Steph in the locker room. They
clowning
clowning him in the locker room.
You know they are.
Draymond clowning that nigga. Man, please.
Check us out. Please subscribe to us, rate us, review us. Go to iTunes, leave a great review, and take a DM, take a screenshot of it. Go to our Instagram page. We're on Instagram and Twitter. Dope Dealers Podcast. That's Dope Dealers with an S podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Spread the word, like Toby said. Spread the word.
818-335-2065. Any show topics, anything you would like to hear about, 818-335-2065.
Yes, man. Any shows, please book us. We here. Me and Toby, stand-up comedians with a lot of national TV credits. So if you want to bring us to your school, your church, any function, just hit us up. I'm at Jamal Doman, Jamaldoman, JamalDoman.
At Tobe Hixx, TOBEHIXX.
And this Friday, I'm doing Ruben Alvarez show. Toby, you're familiar with that, Ruben Alvarez.
My guy, man, wonderful guy. Knee slappers.
Knee slappers comedy. So check me
comedy.
up. I'm over there. I think it's in Sage.
Yeah.
Whittier. Is that Sage? The club is called Sage. Is in Whittier. This Friday, check me out. I think it starts at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Hit me up if you want to come. Hit me up on the social media at Jamal Doman.
Party afterwards, everything. It's
we party afterwards. So come see me, man. If you want some tickets, I got you. Just hit me up, man. Check me out, man. This Friday, just check me out, man. Got anything coming up?
I'm just getting back right now from Vegas as we speaking.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Man. Yeah. That's right, man. So,
shit.
Check us out. Listen, review us. Screenshot us, or please leave a review. Check us out on iTunes. Wherever you already listening to us, but go to iTunes and leave a review, man. Subscribe to us. You know how
Thanks
we do.
to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, National Guard.
Our sponsors
and the Crips.
Our sponsors this week, Doman Sheep Movers. Doman Sheep Movers, the #1 moving company in San Fernando Valley. Hit us up, man. If you need a move,
we'll make it smooth.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Paul, our engineer. Everybody at Comedy Pop Out. We love you. We out.